Heya Duck, so today we're going to do a Halloween inspired nail. I'm actually going to do another aquarium nail. Okay, I know.
You're addicted. I knew, right? You'd do one and that was it. You'd want to do every nail as an aquarium nail.
Maybe not every nail, but I did have a lot of fun. So I'm going to do an aquarium nail. Halloween inspired. Quite excited. I'm going to do it as a press on as well because, do you know, I was saying in the other video that we did of the aquarium style nail, I said, nobody's going to wear these nails. However, if it's a press-on nail, they're going to wear it, aren't they? Because they can take it off. They can wait for Halloween. So yeah, let's get cracking. So I've got two different types of full cover gel tips press-on. Now they look the same, don't they? They look very similar anyway. One's slightly longer than the other. Yeah, and they are slightly different shapes, ever so slightly. But
how come they're slightly cloudy?
Because they like matte on the inside.
Ah, so if you put top coat on, it's going to clear it out.
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
So if you can see the shape of this one and the shape of this one, one has a slightly bigger apex than the other.
That is so slight, I can't tell.
Can you not tell?
No.
I feel like we need something else behind.
I think you've got like, sort of like, you know, like rulers in your vision, like guidelines.
I probably
Because you can see things that I can't see, like minute differences.
There you are. You can see better there. Yeah? So they have slightly different shapes.
Okay.
Let me try and hold them.
I believe you. So you said the one on the bottom is higher?
It's higher and the apex is slightly more forward, further forward. The other one is, the apex is right in the back sort of quarter, I'd say, of the nail, where this is in the back third and it's deeper. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a tapered square and a sculpted coffin. Sorry, tapered coffin. I'll show you. So one of them's a tapered coffin. These are from Max Estrada, Couture, and one's a XXL Sculpture Coffin. Now the one that is, let me just look at these again, God, because these are confusing as it is, but it is important that they are slightly different to create the chamber. Right, so the sculpted one is this one, where the apex is further back. And the one that is deeper here and the apex is in the back third is the other one. Okay, so if we sat that like that, it'd bring the apex really far forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit this one, the one with the apex right at the back, on top like this. And now you can see as well, this one being a bit longer actually helps. And if we press these together, we are going to create a chamber. So you have the chamber there, that gap.
The
tiny gap. Can you see? I don't know if you can see here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see you've got a bit of a gap between the two, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to use that as our chamber. And we're going to use some gel to adhere these two together. But then we're going to go over with some Acrygel as well. So, first thing we need to do is coat this one with top coat underneath, because that's going to sit on top. This one we can do afterwards, but this I want to have top coat underneath the actual nail. And it needs to be a tack-free glossy top coat.
And we just happen to have one of them.
Oh, we have a gorgeous glossy top coat from the Kirsty Meakin range.
So it's just the inside that you're doing now?
The inside.
Oh, because that's going to be the top anyway, isn't it? So you don't have to do. Uh-huh.
Here we go, this is better. Pop that in the lamp. So this is the nail that's going on the top, and what we're going to do now is I'm just going to buff these edges just to make them super thin. I'm going to file it with a 240 grit file. You can buff it if you want, but I'm just going to make sure that that is nice and thin on each side. So I file the sides like that, and then I'm just going to make sure that this has no top coat on because we want it to adhere. So these sides here, the contact, anything that's going to make contact, okay? And then, because this is going on the top, I am going to file this section. And because it's going to have Acrygel on as well, I need that to be abrased so everything sticks. And we're going to abrase the one that's going to sit at the bottom as well, just at that cuticle area. So we're going to look similar. This one will probably come slightly further up like that, but we are going to just, where it's going to touch, we're going to file that. Okay. Just like that. Let's wipe over with some clean-up solution so they're dust free. So this one's sitting at the bottom. This one's sitting at the top because it has the top coat. Make sure it's nice and clean. Make sure the top surface of this one is nice and clean. Now I can put this on to my Aleana thumb. It's going to help me. Now this one is going to sit on top like that. Okay?
But you'll be able to blend the sort of where the cuticle is so it just looks like it's one nail, I'm guessing.
Yes. Correct. Correctamundo. And we're going to seal the edges with, you can use a gem gel, like a gem glue, or even a hard gel if you want to. This is the Max Estrada one. It's very sticky at the moment.
Don't you have to put the design on first?
What do you mean?
Because you said you were putting the screen mask, or are you doing that on top?
Goes on top, baby.
All right.
On top. So let's make the chamber. Right, I'm going to use the Cassidy One Stroke brush because it's got a flat end. And I can pick the gel up. And I can kind of hold this in place. And I just want to go around the edge with the gel. I want to do this thin first of all. So I'm not going to put like a whole load on, because all we're going to do is get this secure. Double check your placement. Then pop it in the lamp. I'm just going to hold this here while I seal the back. Again, going around with the gel. And you can see while I'm wearing gloves, I do not want to make contact with the product with my skin. And I'm going to hold that in place as I put it into the lamp. Then I'm going to do one thin coat around the nail. So around where that nail is making contact. So around the chamber we go.
So what's the purpose of using that before you use the Acrygel?
Just to seal it in place.
Okay.
And then I know that the Acrygel is not going to seep underneath into the chamber, because if that happened...
Oh, it's going to take up valuable space, isn't it?
It would, and it would look very messy. Right, so let's pop that in the lamp. Right, so we're going to wipe over now, take off any sticky layer. I'm going to take this off and file it off the Aleana's finger, because I don't want to damage that. We're just going to, it doesn't need to be perfectly filed. It's just getting rid of any bits of bulk. And it's also going to create demarcations, which is better for the Acrygel to adhere to. Thinking they will make these and sell them. Get them on Etsy, sell them.
Mm, you could, yeah.
Yeah. You could make them for yourself for your Halloween party. Right, so what we're going to do now is put on the base coat. So the base is going to help everything stick and adhere. Super thin, 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 thin. That can go in the lamp. Then we're going to use Clear as Day, which is from our Acrygel range. And we've got it in the Easy Squeezy. And look, we can still squeeze more out of this. I'm going to put some cleanup solution in a little damping dish. So with Clear, scrape it off with the spatula. And we're literally going to put this around the edge. Use your spatula to kind of guide it on, and it'll fit into any recesses. So you notice when we were filing and there was some little recesses, well, this is going to sit in. We're kind of like, do you know when you do plastering? and you use your plaster.
Can't say I've ever plastered before.
Have you not?
Have you?
Yeah.
What do you mean you've plastered? As in like you plastered a wall?
Yeah. I used to help my dad out.
You used to be a plasterer?
My dad does property maintenance, and when I was younger, I worked for my dad.
Ah.
And it was alright money, you know, as well.
Ah.
So, when you use that trowel, you know, your plasterer's trowel.
Is that where you got your makeup technique?
When you use your plasterer's trowel, you're using that to fill in any unevenness, and that's just going to make this part a little easier for you. So now we're going to get your gel brush and we're going to smooth.
Oh, so that's what the clean-up solution's for.
So the clean-up solution with your dampen dish, with your brush, sorry, will help you to smooth. We can smooth it. And your Acrygel is not going to set until it goes in the lamp, so you can move it around and do what you want with it. We're going to pop that in the lamp, cure that. If it's a thin application, you can cure that for 60 seconds, not 90. And then at the back, we're going to use Peaches and Cream, which is one of our cover pinks.
Ah, so you're doing like a, what's it called?
Slight ombre.
Slight ombre.
So we got like a large pea size. What they called those large peas? Marrow fat pea size. It's such a gorgeous colour, this is. I absolutely love it.
Does this not cause you a slight problem of you know, space to fit the other stuff in as well?
What do you mean?
Because obviously you're gonna lose part of the.
Yes, but there's gonna be something else
now.
at the back. We're only gonna do this part, then we're gonna blend down. We want it to look as realistic as possible, because obviously your nails have water in them and stuff. Obviously it's not, you know, we're doing an aquarium nail, but we still want to make it look pretty, and we want it to have this colour at the back. So we're going to blend this down, keeping the majority of the product in the back third of the nail, and you see, we just blend it down.
Ah, right, so it's not necessarily covering, it's not a cover.
It's not covering it. What we are blending the two tips, but also adding a, you know, cover pink natural sort of nail colour. Yeah? Because now you can't see where those tips were joined together.
Yeah.
I'm going to wipe over with clean-up solution now and give it a bit of a file, make it nice and smooth. Ready for the exciting stuff. So we've sealed the chamber.
Well, the back, not the front.
Not front. We haven't sealed front. Nah, not front. And I'm just using 240 grit file again, because I don't want to go ham on it. I don't want to create too many demarcations either. And Acrygel, so easy to file. You could go a bit crazy and then be like, oh look, I filed that away. You know, you don't need to file it with a 100 grit file. It is not needed. Get that cuticle area, not too bulky. It's obviously going to be more bulky than a normal nail, because it's got a chamber inside. So this is what you should be looking like. See, I think that Acrygel there in that colour is perfect for it.
It's like a real nail now.
It's real, and it still looks like a nail.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I like. Some of these aquarium nails, you know, they're a bit. They don't really look like nails. They look like big fat things on the end of people's fingers. So this is what we're working with. Right, I'm going to make something to go inside this. It's got to be the smallest ever because this gap is not very big.
I'm looking at it now,
So you can see the thickness of the tips because they are gel press on tips. They are quite thick. So we can drill into this and make this opening a little bit wider, which will help us. So I'm going to use the secret weapon bit to make this a little bit wider.
You're going to have to wash it out now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to wash it out. So I'll just use some tweezers just to get any big bits out, and then we can rinse that out. So can you see it's slightly wider now? Yeah? Bigger gap. So, do you want to go and rinse me that out? I am going to take some backing paper from Sculpting Form. We're going to flip her up. And what I am going to do is I want this to be curved, really. I need it to be a similar curvature to the tip. So I've took a clip and wrapped around a sculpting form like that, okay? And then we are going to do the smallest knife that clearly won't cause any harm you've ever seen. We're going to use black, which is void, and we're going to use mercury, which is our silver, and we're also going to use top coat and base coat. And what you can do is you can even cut this out, so you could paint it on like that and cut it out if you wanted a flat one. So we can paint this on, this top coat. And we can cure that. To just cure that, it's going to cure it on that curve. And it'll only be the slightest curve, but it will help it when it goes in. Fingers crossed anyway, because you know I'm not an expert at doing this, Shez. In the brain it works.
I should have a look at some of the comments, shouldn't I, from the last one we did? You did, sorry, not me.
Yeah.
Let's have a look to see if anybody had any tips for you.
Yes.
Well, actually, some people did have some tips for you. They were like, you do know you can just buy the tips.
Yeah, I know, but they're not very long.
They're not very long.
And that's not as fun, is it?
Adam, make her do a secret doornail.
Oh, I would love to do a secret doornail.
Oh, somebody's actually put here. So Chai Stitches has put, try again with a Halloween theme. Maybe a real model or yourself. So you are doing the Halloween theme.
Yeah.
Just not a real model. But Aleana is real to us.
She is.
She's a real person in our...
I love her. She's great.
In our clique.
And I'm gonna do it so I can cut it, just in case I need to make it smaller.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Let's have a look. Yeah, somebody else has put another one. Silver Girl 7810 has put, how about a Halloween theme?
Yes, yes, we're doing it.
So somebody said too much air, not enough liquid.
Okay.
I think most people are just talking about the fact that they're so happy that you've made something which is like dead refined.
Yeah, so because that's the thing with them, you know, the aquarium nails. They never look
like a nail.
Yeah, they look really, really bulky, and it annoys me.
I still want you to do peacock nails.
Peacock nails.
Yeah, a couple of people have now said that you need to have no air bubble in it so that the things will move better.
Really?
I thought it would be the other way, that you would need air bubble in so it sort of pushes
Aggravates
the liquid.
it, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Baby oil or coconut oil?
Yeah. Dinner.
I must have said something very clever in this video because a few people mentioned sharks. And somebody's put, I'm shocked because I was laughing at him when he said that bit about sharks, but I googled it and it's true. I don't know what I said.
What did you say?
I think it was something about sharks being like around when the dinosaurs were around. Something along the lines of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Just going to use white out just for a little bit of highlight.
Oh, somebody said sewing machine oil. That's very
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
No, me neither.
And I've got a sewing machine.
That's really specific.
It must be really, really thin.
I would totally wear these if I wasn't a construction worker and a lesbian. The only thing I miss about being in the closet is the long nails.
Oh, do you know what? You can still be a lesbian and wear long nails.
I think lesbians might disagree with you on that one.
Oh, now, yeah, I get what you're saying. Right, let's cure that, and then I'm going to use Vamp and Candy Apple just to put a little tiny bit of blood. I really hope this fits. I'm going to have to cut it anyway, but I just want a little bit of blood on the knife.
Yeah, I think basically there's not that many tips in here, but everyone is saying that it looks so wearable.
That was the object of the task, but...
So somebody has said, why not adding water instead oil?
Because water and nails is not a good mix. It really isn't. It will, you know, what if that water then starts to sit on your nail and you get a...
Yeah, because water can gan manky, can't it?
Water can gan manky.
Can gan manky.
It can go manky, yeah.
Do you know people didn't used to drink water?
What? Because it was manky?
But, well, because you couldn't store it properly.
Yeah.
And if you didn't live anywhere near a water source, people mainly drank wine and
well,
beers.
You can kind of see the reason behind that, can't
you? It was a thing though, like, so people would like have a glass of wine in the morning, you know, they wouldn't...
Really? Drink water? Because have they just not got the filtration for it?
Yeah, because obviously stagnant water goes stagnant very quickly.
Yeah.
It really does. But a wine doesn't. So people drank a lot of wine. And same with like sailors. You know, you didn't drink water, you drank... Rum. Yeah.
If you're Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, because they could only have so much water on board.
Really?
Yeah. So it was beer and rum. You got a beer and rum ration every day.
Yeah.
Because the beer doesn't go off.
No.
And the rum doesn't go off because of the alcohol content. It kills all the bacteria.
Oh, it makes sense, doesn't it?
I know, yeah. So they were all hammered. And that's why...
How did they function?
I think they just got used. There was a tolerance. But I think there was something like you were allowed 3 glasses of beer, like pints of beer, and a tot or 2 of rum a day. And a tot's like 4 shots.
Look, it's got a little curve.
Ah, yeah.
So it should help with it going in. This is all in my head. in theory, it works a treat. Right, I'm going to cut this one out. So before, we kind of just peeled it off, didn't we? But I kind of wanted to show you this because I know people have been asking me how to make their own decals. And this is a very, very similar way. So I'm just using our straight scissors, our little tiny little scissors to cut this out, which are kind of perfect for this. It's so small, it's so small.
Imagine in the Middle Ages, everyone was just drunk all the time.
I think that might have been quite a good thing.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to see if this fits. Oh my god, it fits! Cinderella shall go to the ball. Look at that. Oh, right. So it fits lovely. I'm wild chuffed with that. Oh, little knife. And I know it's not going to spin over because we don't need to.
Yeah.
We learned that from the other one. It's not going to spin over because there ain't enough room in there.
Yeah, you did both sides last time.
Yeah, I painted both sides. I don't need to paint both sides. Do we put...
Oh. You just stabbed yourself.
Or do we do it this way? Or do we do it that way?
I think it needs to be up like that.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Personally.
Which way?
Because if you show your nail to somebody like that, they'll recognise it as being a knife if it's up that way, I think.
What, if it's this way?
No, the other way.
This way? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay. And it has got a very slight curve. Can you... Oh, trying to get... Can you see the curve?
Sort of, yeah. Just go closer to the nail. Yeah, you can sort of see the curve, yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a curve. So that helps it going in. And you want it this way? Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Right, so... That can go in and stay in.
Oh, I thought you put... No, the other way.
The other way?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, because as somebody looks at your nail, as you show somebody your nail.
So this way?
Yeah, you'd recognise it as being
Oh,
a
it's
knife
too late now,
way.
it's in. Right, now what we're going to do is, I've got some thin cuticle oil, but what I want to do, and we've kind of practiced this, and it looked quite cool. Because we've mixed...
Oh, is it settled now, though?
At the bottom a bit, yeah, but it's fine. It still adds to the look. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix. Should we get rid of that?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, why are you mixing it?
We're going to mix a bit of water. Water for those people that don't know what water is.
So, I thought you were using oil, though.
Oh my God, will you just let me do it? Right, we're going to use oil, but we're going to mix a bit of water, a bit of water, and a bit of, the tiniest bit of black normal paint. This is quite a runny black paint, which is a bit of a pig. It's the Nail Perfect one, black concentrated paint. And then the other one, where have you gone? I used you earlier and now you've run off. That's lovely of you to do that. It's here. And then I'm going to use the red. So that's a lot thicker, as you can see. So I want to use the Meakin Aqua brush. So we've got the water. We want some red. And the tiniest bit of black, just to deepen it a bit.
Ah, now I get you.
And I've definitely put way too much black in there.
That was definitely too much black in there.
The black is so concentrated. So because it's a water-based paint, it's not going to mix with the oil.
Yes.
Okay. Let me get rid of that.
Wow. That wasn't very much, was it? It looked dead. It looked like there was a lot there. But it's because I'm watching it on like the. It looks like a big screen.
Okay, so we've got our red. These are flathead syringes. They will not pierce anybody's skin, so don't worry about that. Just drawing a bit of blood. I wouldn't make a good nurse.
I don't think so, do you? A lot of bubbles.
There's a lot of bubbles. We're killing everybody.
So doesn't that stand to the reason that you need to make more up?
I think I need to make more,
yeah.
yeah.
You're going to inject.
Let's make more then. Where's the red paint? Right, so oil into the syringe. Right, oil. Say it like that. See, there's definitely more space in this one than the other one.
Really?
Yeah.
Strange considering they're both curved.
Yeah. Right, now we're going to go in with the blood. Ooh. And now oil. Let's break it up. A bit more. Getting it everywhere. But I don't care. I want to break that up a bit. Maybe that was a bit too much.
Lovely noise.
Right, let me get these air bubbles going to the top now. And then we can add any more of the
yeah, if you do like little
little tiny ones. Oh, did you get that? Because that was cool. Yeah, so you've got to be careful when you're putting your blood in.
Yeah, see how the bubble's coming out there.
Yeah.
It's going up.
Right, so we've got like a blood splatter going on. I'm going to let those bubbles go to the top now while that settles. You can stay there! Okay. Let me get rid of this. Because what we need to make now is the cap for the end. I'm going to clean the end of this as well for the men. I just want to turn it upside down because I want to make sure that there is no, like you know, the tiny air bubbles. So yes, we've got the little air bubble at the top to help with movement, but it's the actual tiny air bubbles in the oil that I don't want. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, there's blood splattered everywhere. Oh. It's like I made a scene.
You are killing it.
Right, so I'm going to cap the end with a piece of Acrygel. I'm going to use clear as day. So brush in clean up solution. I can just slightly go over the edges. And undo a little bit. There's air coming from somewhere. There's air coming. Look.
Oh. So the air's pushing through it?
Yeah. There. Mm-hmm. It's falling into the nail.
Do you mean what's falling into the nail?
The Acrygel.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it would do. It'd act like a bit of a plug.
Right, let's cure that a minute.
You made Aleana believe that.
Because she's... Oh my god, she's injured! Right, let's file this now. Let's file the plug. Can you remember what happened last time I did this?
It popped off?
The oil started coming through, didn't it?
But did it?
Yeah, and I had to, like, redo it. But, you know, I'm still learning. But, you know, you guys are learning from my mistakes, so you don't have to make them. Right, I think we're cooking on gas, you know. The bubble moves faster. But not as fast as the... Oh, the knife moves up and down.
Oh. Yeah, that's all you want.
Right, so... I do need to make sure there's no oil. These tabs are oily. Everything's oily.
Are you oily, Faye?
Pardon?
Are you oily?
No, I'm dry.
Dry.
Like a sense of humour.
Yeah.
Dry.
Yeah.
It literally looks like you're just getting ready for bed there. I'm sorry, it's just funny. Like,
I think it'll be dead comfy and I'm well jealous.
Sitting on a laptop in our pyjamas on a bed. It's like you just want to curl over.
That's called working from home. Working from home at its finest, that is. Loungewear all day, every day. Right, let's put a tab on.
So is that the kind of sticky tab that you would use just to keep press-ons on?
Yeah.
Or is that something completely different?
No, same kind of tab.
Right.
Right. Now, you're probably thinking, well, everything else looks a bit boring, but we're not going to leave it like that. We are going to paint the Scream mask. Obviously, because it's got a knife there. It's going to be a Scream mask. So, we're going to use white out and obviously void, because void is black and we'll need some black. We will also use some vamp and just check if that is vamp 13.
That is not vamp.
That's not vamp, is it?
That is Jessica Rabbit.
It's Jessica, no. Is it? And we've got some candy apple.
No, Lust.
Lust. Sorry, the bright red's Lust. Oh, I want his mouth come to about here, I would say. I'm just kind of mapping this out. So I can see how big I need to go. His mouth will be here. So yes, it's all going to be painted white. Then we do the detail in the black. So it's quite a basic shape at first, very much like a teardrop. Or like a balloon. All that. I've just touched it. Great. Look where I've touched it. So we're going to do 2 coats of that just so it's super white. Pop that in the lamp without knocking it. Then I'm going to use the Miko gel with a little bit of black, and you kind of want to smush it through so you have this kind of very, very thin black gel. We're just using this as a bit of shadow, and the shadow will kind of come in here and here. So place your shadow down first. flash cure that. Let's do the eyes. Do you know when I think of the Scream movie, I think of the funny one.
A scary movie.
Yeah.
The spoof.
Yeah.
I love spoof movies.
I really
we don't
like
do them
it.
anymore.
I like that one better.
Spoof movies went out of fashion. Like, it was in the late 90s and early 2000s, there was like loads.
Yeah.
And like in the 80s there was as well. There was like Naked Gun.
Yeah, they were so good.
I can't think of all the others, but yeah, like Loaded Weapon, that was another one instead of Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
But scary movies were brilliant.
I loved them, I did.
I like the one where they got him stoned and the mask changed. Like the mask looked stoned.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a like a spoof of 300 as well, wasn't there?
Was there?
Yeah.
Did it not do so well?
No, I think it did quite well. I think it was, I don't know whether it was like epic movie or action movie or something like that. It was just this one studio brought loads of them out. But yeah, spoofs are a bit, they've gone...
The thing of the past.
Yeah, they've gone away. One of my all-time favourites is Airplane. Airplane's brilliant. And then there was another one called Top Secret as well. That one was class. They were like old 80s movies.
Yeah. The Wayans brothers always seem to be in them all.
Yeah, they started off, they were in the scary movie.
Yeah.
I know one of them was in Loaded Weapon.
So now we're going to do the hood. And doing the hood after allows you to sort of do the shape of the face even more so. So that's why you kind of just start off with that teardrop or balloon like shape, because you can create any definition, and there's not a great deal of definition, but you can kind of like neaten up your design with his black hood. In the lamp. So now what I'm going to do is get blood, not real blood. Come on now, behave. I want to have blood dripping, and I also want blood on his face, on his mask, because you know you can get the masks and you go like that and you pump the blood and the blood goes around the mask. Oh, have you not seen them?
No.
So it's like it's a Scream mask, and you've got a little, and it pumps blood around the mask.
No, never seen it.
So let's just add like a little bit of blood to his face. So I'm using both of the reds and sort of adding different depths to the blood. feel like this side needs to have a little bit more of a black curve. Cure that. And then we're going to put red around here and blood down here as well. I'm going to start with the darkest colour. Oh! So while the other one is wet, the other colour, I haven't cured it. I'm going to pull through as well. So you get like different tones of blood drips. So we need to put clear underneath the nail here. So we're going to top coat under here. So we have transparency. Sorry if you can hear Adam crunching on his crisps. It's quite loud. Make sure you cap the very tip as well. Pop that in upside down and then we can top coat it and it'll be transparent. I'm excited. And then let's top coat. Pop that in. Right now, where's the bubble? Oh, there's a bubble. I think we should have put glitter in as well. Oh yes, it's moving. This oil's definitely better. I like it. There you are. Scream. Halloween. Aquarium nail that still looks like a nail. Still got a C curve and everything. Press on as well. I could have that. I bet it fits my nail as well. Woo! So I think if I did it again, probably put some red glitter in. I think it'd move more than the blood.
Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Do we like it? I like it. It's crazy. So I like it. There you are, guys. I hope you've enjoyed another aquarium nail from me. You know, I'm like, do I still like doing them or not? They're still a faff. They're a right faff. But you know, if you've got time, give it a go. See what you think. But yeah, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram and all that shebang. Everything I've used will be listed below in the description box, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ta-da, duck!